'cause we must come back to the genesis. To raw sound of the feet beating the ground, to the sound of drum whose skin is beaten. Come back to knowledge we listen to transmit, a nature we experience as she allows us to live. Nowadays there is no more a proper tribal way of life. Massive waves of modernization have been bringing sweeping changes in traditional life, and have been striking at the very roots of traditional group identity.
It is not a fixed identity. Identity is an organic identity which grows, which sometimes also declines. Therefore, identity is there. They love their cultural indigenous identity, but it is being overwhelmingly impacted by modern culture, digital culture, global culture of people coming, going, etc. So identity is there, but it is a time of flex, not flex, but flux and time of transition. And so there are institutions like ours which try to preserve, promote, and deepen this identity. Well, today's young people are drawn by a globalized culture. They are drawn by politics, and they are also drawn by their daily living. Today is not like many years ago. There are so many demands on young people. So the 24 hours a day of 2000 years ago is still 24 hours now a day. But every day you have so much to do, so much to read, politics and social life and cultures, etc. So it is not easy to get everything moving at the same time. But the effort is there. People still appreciate their own music, tribal music, as rooted in themselves, but they may not be able to express this tribal identity as before. But they are Khasis, they are Nagas, they are Assamese, they are, let us say, Hmars and Garos. So they know their identity, but they are trying their best to accommodate to the demands of modern life.
As most of these tribal communities are all living village life, where people are cultivating some crops or having some cattle, and all practicing agricultural works, that the different clothing, dances, songs, instruments, and myths that make them different from one to another. If themes are somehow linked with each other, each art played the role of an identity markers nowadays. If some of the Northeast tribe have kept their religious arts as ritualistic dances and song at the Apatani with Donipolo, Donipolo is an animist religion, literally meaning sun, moon, where sun is a female energy and moon being the male.
He says, Danipolo is the one who has made all the art and who has given us strength to do everything. So it's the Danipolo who that has given everything to us.
The shamans conduct the rituals, practicing different songs, and make holy sacrifices to the spirits. A follower of Donipolo believes in the oneness of all living creatures, from the tiniest organism to the mightiest animals. They believe that spirit resides within man and within his nearest neighbors, the trees, the flowers, the land that that nourishes them. The Bodo community from Assam follows Batuism. As God is omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient, the man cannot know which form he has. He is imageless. That's why they have decided to worship a tree as representation of this God they cannot know.
By praying Siju tree, Bodo people pray the Supreme God, Supreme Soul, who is known as Batu Burai. And this Siju tree is immortal. And you can see its branches, it always go to upward, never come to downward. That's why Bodo people believe that this Siju tree is immortal, and symbolically praying to this tree, we pray to our Supreme God, Batu.
The Rabha tribe used to worship stones. Their religion is called Baikoism.
Two sisters went to fishing, and during the fishing, everybody getting the fish in the pond, but both these sisters are not getting any single fish, but they are getting every time 2 pieces of stones. After the day-long fishing, whenever they get the stone, they threw on the upper portion of that pond. At last, they took the stone with them to their home and kept it in their rice drum called khak.
Basket, one kind of basket, they keep it
in that basket, which is called khak in their local language.
And in night they dreamed
that they get a nightmare that this is a holy stone, and you have to worship that stone. And after, if you will worship that stone, you will get full of wealth and pleasure for their future.
all are the different goddess. Every stone, every rock are for different goddess, and yearly once in yearly villagers worship here. In some village, some place they cut here cock and pig also.
In some parts of Arunachal Pradesh, which border Tibet, we can also find Buddhism.
We pray, if you are not ill, then we pray for medicine. They offer us medicine. We call Man Naga. Man means medicine, Ge means aid. This is the one who we pray to him for our good health. This goddess called Nimajon. Nima means sun, and this the goddess of sun. This three goddess we call Sela Namsum. We pray this god for our long life. Shakar Gegan. This is the teacher of the monastery where it is built in the between the mountain, called Khamtin Gompa.
The conversion to Christianity that happened last century has made disappear different arts linked with rituals or those who were considered as wild. But when a peculiar community gives up its traditional religious faith in favor of a new one, they all myths naturally lose their original meaning and significance.
The egg tells us everything. The lines of the cutted egg tells us everything. Even if how the spirit, how much chicken or dog or goat or pig they ask, the egg tells that. The lines of the egg. And moreover, he said the past egg was very good. The lines was very good.
Thì có bên kia à mà chị em á thì này cái đồ
This is bad egg. This egg is not
thì
good.
ai đâu
It's the past one.
Among the Khasi, the Mizos, the Nagas or Garos who have accepted Christianity as religious faith, the concerned traditional myths have got themselves transformed into legends or simple tales.
The sun was angry with the manhood, so it went back. So the world is going back at that time. So they make a darbar, I mean the big meeting, I mean to get a resolution. Who will go to heaven and request the sun to come back and give us light? So then nobody
agree to go. So then this cock at the time, he was naked. He have no suit. He have nothing. It means best suit. It's just normal suit. So then after that, even he was a despised one from the crowd because he was very poor or something. So after that, they just forced him. You have to go. And then he agreed. Let me go. But how should I go in front of our mother, son, like this dress? I'm very poor. It means the crowd says, okay, if you agree to go, we'll make everything. So he say yes, I'll go. And then they make him this dress, I mean shiny dress, red dress, and hat, red hat also. So after that, before going back and going up, and then he give a promise to the people at the time. When I grow 3 times in the morning, I mean at a time, the sun will come out and shine the world.
But at one point of time, there has been a revival some decades back, and lots of people are working to implement this art again.
I mean 40-50 years before, we don't understand the useful of this tradition on musical instrument or dance or songs. But nowadays, for me, I saw is very useful because it's our identity. It's our Khasi identity that we need it, but now it's means no use because we don't have it. Only some villages we still have this, and now we have tried to encourage people about making this kind of music in traditional style.
But there is a second change, deeper and faster, led by missionaries of globalization that have again shaken this art. Because if the first change has led to education, health, and end of warfare between tribes, the second change wave is a soft power based on Western influence. The new generation is busy with digital world and is not really aware of the richness of its own culture.
Nowadays, young people are taking to digital music, Western music. So there is a tendency to forget the tribal music. Tribal music is very nice. It has got simple instruments. But since these instruments are not available anymore, it is available here and there, but nobody is producing these instruments on a large scale and teaching these indigenous music to younger people, because younger people are busy with digital music, Western music, film music, etc. But it is still there as far as music is concerned.
The different instruments are hard to find when they are not broken. Only some old people have the knowledge to fix them or make them. The songs are sung by those who can understand the lyrics. Only the dances have somehow changed to survive, but they are still performed during festivals. They are usually colorful and usually modified to make them attractive to an audience. These tribal groups have kept their identity, but regarding the historical knowledge, songs, musical instruments, a lack would be there after the last generation passed away. What makes the identity of the tribe nowadays is to be linked with a peculiar past and people who feel like one.
The Hmar people, wherever they go, wherever they are, they never forget their brother. They never forget their nation, their Hmar nation. They are always with their traditional mind also.
With peculiar arts and a strong attachment to nature.
Khasi tribes, they are very close with nature. They know the science from plants or animals or birds or something. Suppose like we are working in the fields without sunlight in rainy days or something, means cloudy or foggy the whole days. We don't know the exact time what to rest or what to return back home. And then we spell from the sign of leaves or from the sign of birds, beeping of birds. Like there's some birds, green birds, which give us sound, sign about that times how means they tell us that it is midday and it is the time to go back home.
As preservation of the cultural heritage became obsession, tribal art festivals are very much a part of national cultural scene today. The festivals and celebration in Northeast India are a colorful reflection of the people. Throughout the year, different people celebrate festivals with a lot of fanfare in different ways, most of them centering around their way of living and livelihood. The festivals play nowadays a major role in the revival of the folklore, as all kinds of arts are performed. Such kind of public function has somehow disconnected the public from the artist, means the performers active and passive of the cultural heritage. Modern folk performances are motivated by the need to emphasize cultural identity and preserve culture.
In Maram community, they have so many ritual festivals, public festivals, and celebrations. In each celebration, this community dance, community singing, and community game is played.
Among themes of dances we can find in some areas which still practice their traditional religion, some of them are ritualistic, as Khasi dance to call for luck while building a new house.
Suppose I'm making a new house. So when we start to stay in that house, first we have to perform a dance. The community will come. The young boys or girls will come and will ask for me, should you provide us for dancing in this house? If I say yes, they will dance. I mean, they will get together, boys or girls, holding hands to hands, they will round like this on that house. It means 2 nights, 3 nights it happens. So it means that we call shadying, kenjok khaskai. Kenjok khaskai means they put the dry fish on the top, on the roof, and then we try to catch it. We call it kenjok khaskai. It means that why we dance like that? It means because any spirits or evil things who surround the house or something, they must fled away.
We can also find the holy dance of Rabha.
Sathar dance. Sathar, Sai means song and Thar means Pithar. Pithar means holy. So Sathar is holy song and holy dance. Young boys and girls joking each other. They talk their loves. One girls group are question to boys and boys are reply. And when boys are questions, then girls will reply through song. Sathar is not a festival, Sathar is a dance, Sathar is a song, and it related with the worship of Baikho. When the boys are question why you are coming here, do you want to marry me? At that time, who are actually have beloved them, they reply really yes. If you propose, then I also ready to marry you, like such. After Sathar dancing, sometime some boys and girls married at the next day, really.
Dance has also been a medium to make meet young people, like the bamboo dance.
seasonal dance, a seasonal festival dance only. And those as youth in the village, they used to dance together in the evening with drunk. In the olden time, our forefather used this local wine, which we call it Roxy. And this is very popular in our culture.
Most of the dances are performed when festivals are happening.
Boishakhu is greatest seasonal festival, springtime festival of the Bodos. They wholeheartedly enjoy this festival, and Boishakhu songs tells that this community have been associated with agriculture related works since the time immemorial. Because Boishakhu songs, it depicts different kinds of themes like agriculture, jokes, love. The first day is dedicated to cattle because cattle is associated with agricultural works. That's why Bodo people worship cattle. Bodo people worship cattle and they nurture cattle. Because and since the time immemorial, cattle have been a part of their life. That's why Bodo people worship cattle, and this Boishakhu festival, the first very day of the Boishakhu festival is dedicated to them. And following this day, next day is prayer day. All the people assemble in the Batu Thansali, which is known as Batu Temple. They assemble there and they worship. Even prior to worshipping Batu, they worship their elderly departed souls. They worship them. The villagers, they form groups age-wise. Children's, they form another group, and teenagers, they form another group, and elderly people, they form another group, and they used to visit each and every families of the village. And they take blessings, and elderly people give blessings to the younger persons, and they sing, they dances, they themselves decorate like butterfly. The dresses are like butterfly. The scarf, which is like wings of the butterfly. But using these scarves with their two hands, they show themselves like butterfly and they dance like butterfly.
Konyak Aoling festival is happening in the first week of April every year. And this Aoling mainly celebrate Wangwan. That Wangwan means the spirit of blessing. And it is olden days, and they celebrated it for 6 days. But these days, we are not doing all that rituals that our forefathers did in the during the Aoling. So it is 2 days or 3 days. And first day, we will kill the animals for the meat for Aoling, and the next day we'll invite our friends, relatives to our house and then provide them, give them the feast. This Aoling day, we also remember the dead people. After last year Aoling, those who ever died in the family or the friends, we used to visit their grave or their family. Aoling is the biggest festival in Konyak society, and this is done because the Jum field, the new field, is sown. They have sown the seed and invoking the spirit of blessing upon the seed that have sown in the field. And young girls and boys, they also sing and dances during this Aoling. In olden days, boys and girls attending the boyshood or menshood or womanhood is recognized during this Aoling by wearing a kind of traditional costume, decent one, and that is how the Aoling is observed. And whole 2 days we sing and dance, and then enjoy the feast
in each other's house. On the last day of the festival, the community people, they used to go for social work. Whatever the village court or ang decided, they will do the things for the community.
Most of the dances have been inspired by the traditional lifestyle of people.
The source of this war dance is from the war fought between the villages. There was headhunters war and agreed war. That agreed war is known as squirrel kapung. That squirrel kapung is an engaged war. The villages decided to meet at a appointed place at a appointed time. The whole villages will come gather there in groups. Both the parties will stand side by side, and among them the heroes of the two villages or the two groups will fight in between them. When the heroes win, the party win, and when the hero fails, the party dispersed. So in this engaged war was also fought. From that war style, the war dance came to existence.
As for songs, the peculiarities of each tribe have also been translated by way of dance.
Till July, all the villages, they finish cropping the field. So it is in the 4th we do some chantings, not exactly chanting it is, 5 we celebrate in the 5th of July. She believes that after the 3, the crops automatically grow more like healthier. For the crop, so the insect won't eat, so that the crop don't get damaged. So the Daminda is the song that represents Apatani.
We can also find dances inspired by the history of the cave dance of Kom.
We are coming from the cave. This is our traditional cloth. Sign this one. May all the world know our cloth. That just like let all the world know this strip clothes. Let all the world know this physicals of the Kom peoples.
Festivals have their own sequence and are usually linked with cultivation process.
In Hamza dance, girls used to take basket for carrying seeds, and after collecting the crops, they used to bring the crops in their home. And boys used to take axe, knife, spade, and korebaku.
We can find, for example, the seed sowing dance as presented by the Tangkhuls.
Hi, 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 hi.
Festivals to celebrate harvest are also there.
Miaka zaman amarta. Amarta zaman itu wangala. Ini kau itu dia akan makasuk pelengjo.
After harvesting the crops from the gym cultivation, they starting to Wangala festival. And the month of Wangala festival every year's beginning November first week.
As most of the people are hardworking in fields, they took the medium of dance to support their labor, as in the Mao cultivation dance, where a woman is encouraging the others to work, leading the group by singing. The fish dance is also practiced by the Bodo community. Using the fishing baskets, this dance expresses daily work of fishermen. We can even find the Kokoleko dance by the Monpas, where people pay tribute to the joyfulness of the cock. Folklore is one of the important parts that go to make up the culture of any given people. There is no non-culture which doesn't include folklore. Folklore is the bridge between literate and non-literate societies, between outdated and modern, rural and urban. Far from being antiquarian hobby, folklore has throughout the history of its study been connected with national issues and concerns, as folklore traditions will help reinforce sense of national identity.
Knowing the music, knowing the dances, knowing the history, traditions, folklore, mythologies, etc. will help them to be rooted in their culture and at the same time absorb other values.
That's what happened to tribals of Northeast India. They felt that they have become alienated in their own soils. In order to find their roots and sustain their sense of belonging, people of the region have been turning more and more toward their traditional cultures, including folklore. Folklore items are today more and more becoming symbols of identity. Dead or moribund forms are being revived, while surviving ones are being treated with a sense of urgency and seriousness. Folklore is being used to ensure group identity, and selected folklore items are now serving ethnicity markers. There is no point in a unique culture, where everybody wears the same clothes and listens to the same music. We believe in the psychic unity of mankind, not the cultural one. May the young generation understand the importance of our own folklore and traditions. May the transmission be efficient from one generation to another. May the difference of cultures be preserved. May this man, who got old, show the way to his sons and grandsons. May this man, who got old, gives his hand to the new generation.
It's a